Welcome to The Clue. Today we tell the story of a food scare that shook Nigeria in 1996. It is remembered as the year beans almost killed Lagos. Beans, the poor man's mate, the food of millions, akara in the morning, moi moi at parties, beans were everywhere. But in 1996, beans became a symbol of fear. It started with a rumor, Weeks earlier, armed robbers broke into a warehouse in Lagos. They stole bags of beans, but these were not normal beans. They had been sprayed with chemicals meant for planting, as at the time. The thieves did not know. They sold the beans cheap on the street. Then the death started. In early September 1996, 7 people in Agege died after eating akara and moi moi. Those news spread like wildfire that killer beans are in town. The rumor had all the ingredients of terror. A familiar food suddenly turned deadly that a poor neighborhood struck first. A whisper that spread faster than truth. And Lagos, a city of millions, was about to descend into panic. So within days, panic hit Lagos. It spread to Abeokuta, it spread to Ifo, it spread to Ibadan. Mothers stopped cooking beans, street sellers watched their pots go cold, business collapsed overnight. So for millions of Nigerians, beans, the poor man's mate, suddenly looked like poison. By mid-September 1996, newspapers reported that 15 people had died. Over 400 million worth of beans were rotting in markets, unsold, Imagine this scene, that a market that once filled with chatter now silent. Traders begging customers to buy, families turning away from their favorite food, children asking why akara had disappeared from breakfast tables. The government was scared, the economy was bleeding, and the people were losing trust. So then came the moment that changed everything. So on September 23, 1996, the military governor, Governor Buba Marwa, did the unthinkable. He drove to a roadside akara stand in K2, in front of cameras, in front of everyone, in front of a nervous crowd. He bought hot akara and ate it. No plate, no fear, just akara. His message was clear that the beans are safe, so people eat. It was a publicity stunt, but it worked. Slowly, confidence began to return. Slowly, people went back to the market. Slowly, akara sellers light their fires again. But here is the twist. The real killer was not the beans. Investigators found something else, The 7 people in Agege did not die from beans. They died from cholera. A burst water pipe had contaminated their drinking water. The government rushed in, they vaccinated Agege residents, they fixed the pipe. The killer bean scare was over, but the memory remained. So what does this story teach us? Fear versus reality. Sometimes the thing we fear is not the thing killing us. Rumors can destroy trust and markets overnight. Leadership also, strong leadership gestures like Buba Marwa eating akara at roadside can calm a city in panic. The public health, the safe water and sanitation are as important as food safety. Now, the killer bean scare of 1996 is still remembered today, not because beans were truly dangerous, but because fear spread faster than facts. It showed how fragile trust can be. It showed how rumors can cripple an economy. And it showed how one bold act, a governor eating akara, can change the mood of the city. Now let's go deeper. Lagos in 1996, Lagos was a city of contradictions, bustling markets, crowded buses, street sockers selling everywhere, selling everything from groundnuts to cassette tapes. As at the time, beans were a contract to daily life. Akara balls fried in oil, eaten with bread, moi moi wrapped in leaves, served at weddings. So beans were cheap as at the time, very filling and beloved. So when the rumor spread, it struck at the heart of Lagos culture. The spread of fear. And you know, fear is contagious. One death becomes 10. 10 deaths become a headline. A headline becomes a panic. Radio stations repeated the story. You know, neighbors whispering warnings, parents told children, don't eat beans, don't eat beans, don't eat beans. You know, as at the time, the fear was not just about food, it was about trust. Trust in the government, trust in the markets, trust in neighbors. Imagine being a beans trader in 1996. Your livelihood depended on sacks of beans, but suddenly nobody wanted them. Traders watched their stock rot. Families lost income. Markets collapsed. 400 million naira worth of beans wasted as at that time. That was not just food. That was school fees. That was rent. That was survival. Governor Buba Marwa understood something. Fear cannot be fought with words alone. It must be fought with symbols. So he staged a performance. He ate akara in public. He risked his reputation. He risked his health. But the gamble worked. The image of a governor eating beans became more powerful than any press release. When cholera was discovered, the irony was cheap. The beans were innocent. The water was guilty. This revealed a deeper truth. Nigeria's infrastructure was fragile. Water pipes leaked, sanitation was poor, diseases spread easily. The beans scare was a symptom of a larger problem, you know, the human cost. 7 people died in Agege. Their names were not recorded in history, but their deaths triggered a panic that shook millions as at the time. They remind us that behind every rumor, there are real lives, real families, real grief. Even today, older Nigerians remember 1996. They recall the fear. They recall the silence in markets. They recall the governor eating akara. It became a story told to children, you know, a lesson about rumors, a lesson about leadership, a lesson about trust. This was the clue. The story of the year beans almost killed Lagos. A rumor, a panic, a truth revealed. And the lesson that still matters today is that sometimes the thing we hear is not the thing killing us. So let me ask you, if your governor ate roadside suya today to prove food is safe, would you trust it? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. Rest in peace to those who died in Agege, and may we always remember the lesson of 1996. If you found this story intriguing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to The Clue. We bring you hidden stories, you know, forgotten leaders, and the mysteries of history, told in the simplest way for everyone everywhere. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.
Life ain't easy, but I keep on moving.